I want to start with a question that I don't think people ask out loud. What if the reason you haven't started building wealth yet isn't because you're bad with money, but because every piece of advice you've ever received was designed for someone with way more money than you actually have right now? Invest in real estate. Okay, with what down payment? Max out your 401k. Great. After rent, groceries, and everything else, with what's left? Diversify your portfolio into what exactly when you have $800 to your name? Here's the thing. Most wealth building content is written by people who already have money, for people who already have more money. And if you're sitting here with $500 or $1,000 wondering where to even begin, you've probably felt invisible in this conversation for a long time. This video is for you, and I'm going to show you 5 ways to start building real wealth. Not someday, not when you have more, but right now, with $1,000 or less. My name is Yeng, and I've spent years covering crypto, investing, and personal finance for people who are starting from where most finance YouTubers pretend nobody starts from. If that's you, hit subscribe and give this a thumbs up if this helps. And before we jump in, I want to address the biggest objection I know is sitting in your head right now. Yeng, $1,000 is not enough to build real wealth. Look, I hear that, and I'm going to respectfully challenge it with math. In about 60 seconds, let's go. Before we get into 5 ways, I want to show you one number, just one. $1,000 invested at the 10% annual return, the S&P 500's historical average becomes $6,727 in 20 years. Now, watch what happens when you add just $100 per month on top of that initial $1,000. That's $75,457 from $100 a month, starting with $1,000. Here's what most people don't realize. Wealth is not built in one giant leap. It's built in small, consistent, compounding steps started as early as possible. The $1,000 you invest today in 2026 is worth more than $10,000 you invest in 2036. Every single year you wait costs you compounded growth you can never get back. So no, 1,000 is not too little to matter. 1,000 is exactly where every single wealthy person started. Now, 5 ways to put it to work. This one isn't exciting, and that's exactly why most people skip it. Before you invest a single dollar into anything, you need a financial floor. 3 to 6 months of expenses sitting somewhere safe, liquid, and earning as much as possible while it waits. Right now, the best high-yield savings accounts are paying between 3 and 4.10% APY. That's almost 10 times the national average of a regular savings account at 0.45%. So, $1,000 in a high-yield savings account earns you $40 in 1 year with zero risk in full liquidity. It's not going to make you rich, yes, but it's the foundation that lets you take calculated risks with everything else on this list, because your emergency fund is protected. Think of it this way: a high-yield savings account is not a wealth-building tool. It's the net under the tight rope. You don't perform better with it, you just don't fall all the way down when something goes wrong. Start here, build to 3 months of expenses, then deploy the rest. Here's the psychological barrier that stops most people from investing in stocks. They see Apple at $291 at a share, Nvidia at $205, Amazon at $242, and they feel like they can't afford it. What you don't know is that you don't need to buy a whole share. Fractional shares let you buy $5, $10, or $50 worth of any stock, including the most expensive ones on the market. You own a proportional slice, you get proportional returns, you get proportional dividends if the stock pays them. $500 split equally across an S&P 500 index ETF, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft, and a dividend ETF. That's a real diversified portfolio. Not a simulation, not a paper trade, real positions in the 5 most important corners of the US economy. Okay, this is where it gets really interesting, because fractional share investing didn't exist for most of financial history. This is a 2020s era democratization of the market that people still aren't fully taking advantage of. 10 years ago, getting into Amazon required $3,000 for a single share. Today, you get in for $10. The barrier was never real, it was just never removed until now. If you already hold crypto or you're planning to, this one is for you. Staking is the process of locking up your cryptocurrency to help validate transactions in a blockchain network. In return, the network pays you rewards. It's the crypto version of earning interest, except the rates are dramatically higher than any bank account. Right now, in 2026, the Ethereum staking is 1.82% APY, Solana is 3.80% APY, and Cosmos is 13.88% APY. Okay, 1,000 in Solana staking at 3.80% APY compounds to $1,200 in 5 years, just from rewards before any price appreciation of the token itself. Now, I have to be honest with you here because I'm not going to oversell this. Staking carries real risks, okay? The token price can drop when your assets are locked up. Smart contract bugs exist. Platform risk is real. This is not a savings account. You are earning yield on a volatile asset. But here's the context that matters. If you're already a long-term holder, if you believe in Ethereum or Solana over a 5-year horizon and you were going to hold anyway, staking turns a passive position into an active one. You're earning rewards on something you were going to hold regardless. That's the smart version of staking, not chasing 1,000% APY on a token you've never heard of. Earning 3 to 13% on assets you already believe in. This one is specific to crypto, and it's probably the most underrated wealth building tool for people starting with under $1,000 or even zero cost. An airdrop is when a crypto project distributes free tokens to wallet addresses that have interacted with their protocol. They do this to build community, reward early users, and distribute governance power. And for people who know how to position themselves correctly, it's genuinely free money. It's proven because I myself is earning free money in crypto airdrops, and most of you here already know that. Uniswap's 2020 airdrop gave 400 Uni tokens to every wallet that had ever used the platform at peak price. That was worth over $16,000 for free for just having used the protocol before a certain date. The strategy is simple. Find credible new protocols, interact with their testnets or mainnet early, and position your wallet for potential future distributions. Most interactions cost under $10 in gas fees. Now, I have to be clear with you guys, not every airdrop is valuable. Many are worthless. Scams exist in crypto. You should never connect your wallet to a site you haven't verified yet. But for someone with 1,000 who is already active in crypto, allocating $50 to $100 in gas fees to interact with 5 to 10 high-quality new protocols is one of the highest expected value moves available to a small investor in 2026. This channel covers specific airdrop opportunities regularly, and hit subscribe so you don't miss them. I saved this one for last because it's the least flashy and it has the highest potential return of anything on this list. Here's what most finance content refuses to say out loud. For most people under 30 with income under $60,000 a year, the single highest returning investment you can make is not in the stock market. It's in a skill that makes you more valuable in the job market or enables you to generate income independently. A $15 Udemy course in Python, data analytics, or digital marketing, skills that command an average salary of $75,000 to $120,000 in the US job market, can increase your annual income by $15,000 to $40,000. If a $50 course increases your income by $20,000 a year and you invest just 10% of that extra income, that's $2,000 per year, compounding at 10% for 20 years. No other asset class on earth gives you that return profile. Stocks can't do it, crypto can't reliably do it, only skills. Because skills compound through income and the income compounds through investing. Guys, none of these requires $10,000. None of them require a financial advisor. None of them require you to wait until you have more because they require 1,000 or less, a willingness to learn, and the decision to start today instead of eventually. The 75,457 in this calculator didn't come from a windfall. It came from $100 a month and the decision to begin. That decision is the only thing separating where you are right now from where you want to be. If this video helped you, please hit the like button. It helps more people find this content who need it. Subscribe and hit the bell. I cover crypto airdrops, staking opportunities, and personal finance strategies every single week. Drop a comment below. So, which of these 5 are you starting with? Tell me below and I read every single one. See you in the next video. Bye!